Now, another event takes place 8 years after migration, and that is the conquest of Mecca. I am giving you a sketch of his whole life so that you may judge Holy Prophet's seerah and conduct and his behavior and his life from every aspect and every dimension, at every occasion and every moment of time in his life. Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, 8 years after his migration, comes back. He left Mecca as a migrant, and he entered Mecca 8 years later as a conqueror, but without any bloodshed. Without any bloodshed. And this day, 8th year of migration, this day was February 11th. February 11th, 630 AD. When Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he entered in Mecca. The people were standing there, waiting. They were hoping that he would give them audience before giving a verdict on their fate. Every single person of the pagan Arabs of Mecca, they were hoping that they would be decapitated. They would be killed. There would be a very big revenge. They would be tortured and murdered. And they hoped, as if he would give them audience, he would allow them to say a word for forgiveness or pardon before he passes his verdict against them. They were thinking like that. When all of a sudden, Prophet Muhammad Rahmatul Lil Alameen appeared at the threshold of the Kaaba. He surveyed the crowd in front of him and addressed. Now, listen to the words of Holy Prophet's speech of conquest of Mecca. He said, Ya ma'shara Quraysh, inna Allah qad azhaba ankum nakhbat al-jahiliyyah wa ta'azzamaha bil-aba. An-nasu min Adam wa Adam min turab. Thumma tala hadhihi al-aya, ya ayyuhan nas inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa unsa, ila akhir al-aya. Thumma qala, ya ma'shara Quraysh, ma tarawna anni fa'ilun fikum, aw ma tarawna anni fa'ilun bikum. Qala khayran أخ كريم وابن أخ كريم قال اذهبوا فأنتم الطلقاء لا تثريب عليكم اليوم يغفر الله لكم وهو أرحم الراحمين. It is in Sirah Ibn Hisham, in Al-Kamil, Sirah Halabiyya, Sunan Kubra by Imam Bayhaqi. He stood up and stood, there is no God but Allah, He is one and the one alone. Then Holy Prophet ﷺ said, praise and thanks to Him. He has fulfilled His promise. He has helped His slave to victory. Such a humility. He has fulfilled His promise with His slave, and He has dispersed the gangs of His enemies. Then He speaks. He says, O people, listen to me. All the arrogance and distinctions and the prides and all unjust claims of blood of the times of ignorance are being cancelled from today. There would be no revenge. There would be no retribution. There would be no retaliation. O Quraysh, Allah has destroyed the arrogance of the times of ignorance. All men are children of Adam, and Adam was created from dust. Then Holy Prophet ﷺ questioned. He posed a question to the Quraysh. Those who were shattered, shocked, and scared. He asked his enemies, how do you think I am going to treat you now? He posed a question to them. O people, pagan Arabs, what do you think? How do you think I am going to treat you now? They said, you are a generous and kind brother, and son of a kind and generous brother. We expect only charity and forgiveness from you. Holy Prophet replied, he said, I'll tell you what Prophet Joseph said to his brother. There is no blame on you today. Go now. All of you are free, and there will be no revenge and retribution. He said, there is no revenge and retribution and no retaliation. But he never said there is no tea. He never said there is no tea. How the things will go on without a cup of tea? The Prophet ﷺ declared a general amnesty in Mecca, and he forbade his army to plunder the city or to seize anything that belonged to the Quraysh. Either the Quraysh had left nothing undone to compass his destruction and destruction of Islam. But in this hour of triumph, he condoned all crimes and transgressions. The Quraysh of Makkah could never believe on their ears. They could never understand how Muhammad ﷺ could resist the temptation to kill them, the temptation to take revenge from them. But through Holy Prophet's conduct and behavior and demonstration, everything, his peace-loving, being peace-loving, peacemaking, and his humanism became understandable to them, everyone. History, my dear brothers and sisters, cannot furnish an example of such forbearance and forgiveness. No single pagan was exterminated. Even the houses of companions which they had possessed, Holy Prophet said, you are not allowed to take them back. So this fascinating, complex story, which had started on February 12th, 610 in the cave of Hira, had climaxed on February 11, 630 in the court of Kaaba. It was a day of emotion, the day of promise, the day of significance, the day of symbolism, the day of mercy, the day of tolerance, the day of compassion, the day of kindness, the day of benevolence, the day of generosity, and it was celebrated as the day of humanism. Then comes